Hey guys, it's your girl Tara Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Insecure on HBO. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button. It's down there. Thank you so much, and thank you to everybody that is new to my channel that subscribed. I appreciate y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay, so let's get right into this episode. And this episode was okay, but to me it was just a little bit underwhelming. And I think because I just expect so much from Issa. Bless her heart. She just can't top that magic from the first couple of seasons. It's just my opinion, but we'll see how this season continues. But this episode was okay to me. Okay, so we see that Issa and Molly are really getting back to who they are. Molly texts her for, a pasta dinner, and that, they linked up, and Issa bought her a pillow because she's been spending the night a lot, and so they're getting back to their old glory, which is a good thing. But that also scares me. I just feel like something's going to happen to Molly. I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like something's going to happen to her or her parents. Mainly because she was really getting on her parents about their estate planning. And that scares me because, I just got finished. I'm still in the midst of probate with my husband's estate. And it's a lot to deal with. So her pressuring them kind of scares me to think either something's going to happen to her or something's going to happen to them. I hate to be predictive, but that's just what my gut is telling me. And I don't like it. I don't like it, but it is what it is. But it would be sad if something happened to her after her and Issa finally got back, on good terms. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. But I did think it was absolutely hilarious that her mother was trying to hook her up with that ugly Deacon. He was sitting there looking every bit of like Steve Urkel's lost cousin. Not at all attractive. Like, no, Mom, I know you don't want grandbabies that bad. You do not want to see me married that bad. Do you know that it would be half his DNA? Okay, you just don't care. Oh my goodness. But I ain't gonna say, I really didn't like her haircut. I've seen the fade on some women and it works for some, but to me it didn't work for her. But she definitely owned it, and I give her that much. But the fade, I could have done without that. Just my opinion. And then, let's see, Issa, she's at this new company and she's having to, I guess she's handling the diversity end of their company. And she's basically selling them on an actual artist, clothing designer named Crenshawn. And she wants to do a showcase for him, showcasing his talent, showcasing his pieces or whatever. And, they are definitely excited about it. And he's doing this whole production about, drummers, performers, and music, and all kinds of good stuff. Lowriders, all the good stuff. And bicycles, so, it sounded like a good event that he was planning, but it seemed like it was a little bit over the top for the company. I will say, though, that his whole story is basically he's got his clothing line and he hires convicted felons to actually work for him. And I thought it was really cute how the felons was telling on each other for eating snacks and stuff like they were still locked up. He don't got nobody to eat snacks. That was hilarious. But it kind of reminds you of Nipsey Hussle. Because that's what Nipsey did. Nipsey basically bought a whole shopping center and hired convicted felons to work there because he saw that they weren't being given opportunities to make money. And he wanted to bridge that gap for, as many people as he could, which is an admirable thing. But I think that was a kind of a draw to him, which is a good thing. Because he did kind of leave a blueprint. I'm just saying. But we all know Ralph Angel ain't going to act right. Ralph Angel was Crenshawn, okay? On this show, he's Crenshawn, but on Queen Sugar, he's Ralph Angel, and he was not listening to nobody or nothing but himself. So a lot of Ralph Angel came out in Crenshawn. Sure did. Because in order for Issa to sell the company on actually using him as the main artist for this event, they wanted notes, taken into consideration. Basically, they didn't want the big performance that he was putting on. They didn't want all of that. So it was a hard sell for Issa to actually get him to still do the show without half of the elements that he wanted to incorporate. But she got him to agree, but at the last minute, he incorporated those acts anyway. Even though she told him no. And, you know, it was clear, but he called her a sellout in so many words. Said that she didn't really believe in his vision. And, you know, she pretty much figured that her job was over with. She said, I'll never work again in this town. But it just so happens to be that her boss was actually overwhelmed by the performance and loved every bit of it and was so happy that they did not take his direction. Little does he know, Issa was all about his direction, but, you know, Crenshawn was not. And so we'll see if they can come back together as friends, because her feelings were really hurt by him and the things that he said, because she don't ever want to be looked at as a sellout. And so, you know, she has actually been working with Nathan. You know, Nathan was her old boo from a couple seasons ago. Little pretty eyed boy. I don't know why he give me broke vibes. He probably got a whole bunch of money, but he give me broke vibes. But anyway, him. And, you know, he's got his barbershop that he works at or whatever. And they are wanting to do like a party, like an anniversary party or something. And she's helping them to plan it. And so that's cute or whatever. But, you know, she asked him over later that night, I guess thinking that she's going to get her some oochie coochie. Because, you know, she done broke up with Lawrence or whatever. And she was really feeling Nathan back in the day before he ghosted her. You know, but she thought that she could just, you know, deal with him on a business basis. But no, they definitely wound up in the bed, which was kind of strange because they facing each other. And I'm like, this is just kind of weird. But he kind of leans in to give her a kiss and she kisses him back. But baby, it did not take that long before she realized this was not for her. And she started ugly crying in his mouth. They were still kissing and she started ugly crying. I'm like, girl, either you thinking about the event that just happened or you're thinking about Lawrence. But I'm thinking she was thinking about Lawrence because she said, I thought I was ready, but I'm not, you know. And he's just like, okay. That was very odd for Nathan because he's like, okay, you crying over this dude. How am I supposed to feel right now? He didn't know what to do with his hands. So we kind of saw him get up and leave, you know, after she dozed off just a little bit. But she woke up and heard that he left, but just let him go because she wasn't trying to do anything with him. And like, what was the point of you even calling him over there if you wasn't going to give him none? That's my whole thing. We did see Molly go, I guess she's gotten onto a dating site and updated her profile. So she was out on a date with a fine gentleman we saw. And like I said, she's owning her little haircut. It's just, I guess it's just going to have to grow on me. I don't know, but let me see and make sure that that's all we had. But I just couldn't believe that she was crying like that, like ugly crying. Like she definitely, definitely, you know, beat me because I definitely have an ugly cry too. And there's nothing that I can do about it. It's just there, and it's always been that way. But yeah, that was just kind of weird to me. Like, why are you crying? Because clearly from the next episode, Lawrence is moving on just fine without you. But we'll see how it plays out because we really don't know. And again, if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button because I am getting to the end of this here video. And again, I do thank you all for subscribing. If you don't feel like subscribing, that is totally fine. Thank you for being here and thank you for watching. That is my $5.02. Peace.